Hey, what's up, guys? Today's video, the gameplay in the background, I think I get 43 kills. Just ignore the deaths because they're well, we just ignore them. It's unnecessary. I've got some pretty nice snipes in this. I think I got a no scope, sick no scope. I should be in phase. But yeah, I got my new snowball mic today, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It sounds so much better than my Astro mic, especially on recording for commentaries. So yeah, today's video is going to be me talking about ghosts and why they failed so badly at it. Bearing in mind this is all my opinion, right? So feel free to tell me what your opinions are anyway. But the way I see it is, from as far as I can remember back, I mean, I didn't really watch competitive on Modern Warfare 2. I think I watched a bit of competitive on Black Ops 1, and then it was kind of from the end of Black Ops 1 onwards, really, that I watched competitive. But in my eyes, like, from, I don't know, let's say Black Ops 1, right, you had so many good guns that were all so equal. You had the AK, you had the FAMAS, you had the AUG, the G11. I don't know if you allowed the G11 in competitive. I don't know. And then what else do you have? You had the Galil. They're all good guns. I don't know how many of those were used in competitive. I know that they were all very equal guns. I know the FAMAS was used a lot, and I know that if the G11 was allowed in it, it would be used. But my point is they're all equal assault rifles. And then you had AK-74U, you had the MP5, the MPL, you had all of these submachine guns, you had all of these like assault rifles. They were all equaled out, whether it be in fire rate, damage, range, accuracy. They were all equal to each other, and they all had certain situations and certain game types that they were better in. Same for the submachine guns, fire rate, damage, range, all that. Modern Warfare 3, I know the ACR was preferred, but there were other assault rifles that you could pick from. Same with SMGs, obviously. MP7 was the most overpowered one. But regardless, you still had a range of guns that you could pick from. Black Ops 2 was where it, in my eyes, it started to kind of, you got limited. It started off, you had the FAL, the FAL. You had the AN-94 and you had the M8A1. SMGs, you had the PDW, the MP7, and the MSMC and the Scorpion. So you had 4 SMGs and 3 ARs. The FAL got banned, the PDW got nerfed. So then you had the well, I don't know, did the MP7... I think the MP7 got nerfed because people that went to LAN used the MP7 because it wasn't patched. So I think the MP7 got nerfed a bit. So, but regardless, you still had the MP7, the Scorpion, the MSMC, and then assault rifle-wise, you had the M8 and the AN-94. Coming to ghosts, what do we got the choice now of the Remington or the Vector, because they took off headshot multiplier for the MTAR. A lot of people are saying that the SMGs on ghosts they nerfed all of the SMG, so you can't get one bullet to the chest, one bullet to the head. You can't get a 2-bullet kill if you get one to the chest, one to the head anymore. But I'm pretty sure when I read through the patch notes on Activision's site, it did say that all of their headshot multipliers had been removed from all SMGs except the Vector. I mean, if anybody can link the patch notes and correct me if I'm wrong, but when I read the patch notes when they first came out through Charlie Intel, that is definitely what I saw. But they may have changed it. I may have been delusional, but... I've seen so many clips after people saying that the Vector is now, it's okay. Lies! People are playing better, well, not playing better, sorry, that people play however they play, but people have been showing videos, and there are so many videos at the minute on YouTube with people hip-fire 2-bullet killing people with the Vector. And at range, there was a guy on Sovereign, he was on Sovereign S&D, he was in the corner, in top control, wasn't even looking at their caution, he was looking at the blue stairs, and the guy from caution started shooting at him. He scuff jumped, looked left, hip fired, 2-bullet kill. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that still seems overpowered. I don't understand like why all of these new rules have come in place as well. I mean, we've just banned the LMGs and shotguns from competitive. I don't understand. Like, the LMG was overpowered, but you couldn't run with it, so it had that advantage of being strong and powerful, but the disadvantage of not having any, having the agility of, say, an SMG or an assault rifle. So it was equal. It was a strong gun, but you couldn't move very quick with it. Obviously, a lot of people started using overkill with the Vector, but that was a good class. But you're still not very agile, because even though you have a Vector, you can run quicker. If you're putting reflex, which a lot of people are, you don't have space for lightweight or marathon, so you're still relatively slow. That was an overpowered class, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people using it, but you could still counter it. Smoke and Incog was overpowered, but because I think the reason is there wasn't really a way to counter it.
A triple feed,
but
and
I just thought that simply chucking a stun into the smoke, if somebody's running with an Incog marathon or Incog lightweight SMG and they're running smokes, they don't have space for tac resist. So there technically was a way to counter it. If someone smokes you, you chuck a stun into the smoke, and they're screwed. If you have 2 stuns, chuck 2 stuns into the smoke, and then by the time that the smoke's disappeared, which they threw a while ago, they're still concussed, and they're like just in the middle of the map, like, ah, shit. So I don't know. I personally thought that was a way of countering the smoking cog. But I know it was overpowered. But regardless, I think Infinity Ward are just kind of limiting us with gun choice and perk choice and tactical choice. I mean, there isn't a flash or an EMP in this game. Some people would agree that, especially after Crimsix released his video with the EMP and how overpowered they were. But you don't have any flash grenades, you don't have any EMPs. You basically have stun, trophy, and smoke. You're not allowed. I think they banned double tacticals, didn't they? Not double lethals, double tacticals. So I don't think you're allowed double trophy. You're not allowed double smoke. You're not allowed double stun.
The people with the LMGs
so and in previous CODs, doubles. If you picked a stun, I think from before Black Ops 2, if you picked a stun, you'd automatically have 2 stuns. Smokes were often just 1, but stuns it was always 2 stuns. And now you're not allowed 2 stuns. You're not allowed 2 smokes. You're not allowed 2 trophies.
Feeds, man.
You're not allowed LMGs. You're not allowed shotguns. You're not allowed all the basically Infinity Ward are not giving us the personalization of classes and the choice to change classes, whereas and then MLG have to step in because all of these updates and patches are then making it harder for people to use other guns and different variations of guns. Like I think I saw somebody else saying this, so don't quote me as copying, but it was something that I thought as well. Like the SC 2010 would have done with a buff to make the SC 2010 a bit more, maybe more accurate or better at range or anything like that. Obviously the fire rate was strong. Well, fire rate was quick, sorry, which outbeat the Remington in fire rate, but the Remington had consistency, whereas the SE was very inconsistent. You could put a red dot muzzle brake and you'd get like a billion, gajillion hit markers and they're still just walk away, like there's nothing happened. But, I mean, there are so many things that they could have done. They could have buffed an SE 2010, they could have brought back either the headshot multiplier for the MTAR or just buffed the damage of the MTAR. Because at the minute, the game pretty much... Ghosts consists of running around with a Remington and a Vector.
Oh my god, I sat top yellow catwalk.
Obviously, in S&D you can pick a sniper. Okay, so let's... For the sake of this video, you have the choice in gun-wise, if you are playing a competitive match. Realistically, you have the choice of a USR... Some people might use an L11, so USR and L11, 2 snipers, a Remington... and a Vector. But some people still run around with an MTAR, but it's a Vector-dominated game now. So you can basically have 5 guns, but if you're smart, you can sorry, mumbling. You'll use 3. So the USR with Chrome Barrel, the Vector, and the Remington. I know I'm just going on now, but yeah, I'm gonna do a video on what Sledgehammer should do, but I don't have enough time to talk about that now, and you're probably getting a bit bored anyway. So yeah, that's what I think they should do. I think they should buff as an SC 2010, nerf the Vector, and I don't know, make some DLC, because the CODs get a bit stale towards this point. A lot of people run out of things to do, a lot of people get bored, a lot of people quit because they are just so bored of the mind-numbing repetitiveness of the game. About 9 to 10 months in, everybody's looking forward to the next COD. So, in my eyes, bring out some competitive DLC, bring out some free DLC maps that can be used, like MW3 did. They brought out those 2v2, 3v3 maps. That was awesome. I don't know if they're allowed in competitive. I can't say I ever did it, but bring out some free DLC that we can use. League of Legends and Counter-Strike, for example, have the same game year in, year out, and all they do is release new DLC. Anyway, rant over. I hope you enjoyed the video. The gameplay was a pretty awesome gameplay. I liked it anyway. I enjoyed playing it. It's the only way I enjoy playing public matches using a sniper. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Hope I didn't ramble too much. If you liked it, give it a like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. And yeah. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. And thank you very much. Peace!